Everybody, welcome to the Sports Roundup with Sushil. And I'm here today with a guest who I have a ton of admiration for when it comes to sports acumen. So let me welcome Naveen. Welcome, Naveen.
Hello, everybody. This is Naveen, and I'm here to have some friendly banter with Sushil.
I love it. Friendly banter it is. And thank you for being here, Naveen. And let's get right into it. Today is, I think, one of the most fun weekend or a day of football, as well as let me say this, probably to me one of the best weekend in sports, which is the NFL Championship weekend or Sunday. And we're here to
Absolutely.
talk about two games, and I'll get right into it. So the first game, Naveen, is Kansas City Chiefs and Baltimore Ravens. So to me, it's one of the most exciting matchups because of what Kansas City has done, five straight or now six straight AFC Championship games, and Patrick Mahomes and Ravens being the best team this year. So let me ask you, before we dive into the game, where are you when it comes to Patrick Mahomes versus Lamar Jackson? And let me rephrase, not the historical debate on where they stand, but today, this season, today's game, who do you think has an edge between those two and why?
So I still think Patrick has the edge when it comes to overall quarterback play, just because of his comfort level in the playoffs and how he has always overcome whatever is thrown at him in the playoffs. But one of the things I do give Lamar the edge here is over the last few years, Lamar has consistently improved. And now he can stand up to Patrick Mahomes and literally see eye to eye with him and play at the same level or even better. And his team, in my opinion, is much better.
Yeah.
And Lamar as a quarterback over the last 5 years, this is probably the best he has ever looked.
Yeah.
And for me, Patrick Mahomes, he's looked good this year, but at times he's not been the quarterback he was in past years. But I would never bet against Patrick in the playoffs. But today I have a feeling that Baltimore might pull this off.
Okay, so you're leaning Lamar, and all the points you make a ton of sense, and I agree with you. Plus, I also think, Naveen, before we move to the next topic, is I think there's a lot at stake in today's game because a victory by Lamar will actually vindicate not just Lamar as a player, but maybe even give a path to younger players following to say there's a different style of play when it comes to a player like Lamar, who I think is a supreme athlete. So I see where you're at. I'll give you my 2 cents, and maybe this is a fan in me, but I'll stick with my pick. I'm trusting the heart of the champion, and I'm going to stay with Patrick today, but it's going to be hard because I think Ravens have the better team. So on that note, let's pivot quickly to maybe, let me ask you, if you look at today's game, give me like one or two keys for victory if you're Chiefs and if you're the Ravens. What would you say?
So if I'm the Chiefs, my main focus is my defense. How do I control Lamar, right? And the keys to Lamar is simple. Like, you have to make him throw the ball and throw the ball accurately and make sure he's not running north-south. If he runs east-west, you have a much better chance. If you can keep him zoned in, have a rover looking at him at all times, and make sure he doesn't accelerate north and south, you have a chance with him. Otherwise, you'll be fighting an uphill battle all day. That's from the Chiefs side. But from the Baltimore side, I feel like they need to control the ball, run the ball efficiently, very important, including Lamar, right? And their running backs. Run the ball, keep the ball away from Patrick, because one of the strengths of the Chiefs offense is quick strikes. And the longer you keep Patrick Mahomes on the sideline, the better chance you will have.
Yeah.
And I think the Ravens defense is excellent, and I think they have a chance to put their imprint on the game, and I'm hoping they do. The fan in me tells me Lamar needs
this. So I completely agree. Let me just I agree with the north-south of Lamar, but let me give you another one from my perspective. If you're the Chiefs, you have to make sure you limit the drops. Patrick is going to get limited amount of possessions because of everything you talked about. Completely agree. Ravens have the best rush offense. In that case, the opportunities Patrick gets, Rashid Rice or Travis Kelce or MVS, you have to make sure you catch your balls. So I think that would be the key for them. I'm not sure Pacheco will be as successful this week, but let's see how he does. And the second thing I would say for the Ravens is control the possession of the ball. And if Lamar, I think the point you made, if Lamar goes north-south, game over.